So I upset a few people on Sunday, I think it was, with my post about how the fact discipline is bullshit. So if you are watching this and you are struggling with changing your behavior or changing your habits, I promise you by the end of this video, you will have the tools to focus on the real foundations, which will facilitate long-term change. And I'm going to give you my future self framework that I use with all my clients in order to get lasting changes and results. Now, the funny thing about people who identify as being disciplined, they have most of them have no real experience of getting other people that are undisciplined to create change in their behavior and create a result. Now, I know a thing or two about getting results. I got a black belt in kickboxing by 17. I was in the military for 16 years. I've run marathons, an ultra marathon. I've stepped on stage on a bodybuilding show. I run 3 businesses, of which one of them is, over the last 7 years, I've helped people change their mindset. Now, this is not for me to try and impress you, but impress upon you that I know a little bit about changing people's behaviors. So I can confidently say that discipline on its own is bullshit. You've been told that you just need more grit, more structure, more willpower, and you will finally sort your life out. Like flipping a switch. You start off strong, then you fall off, you try again, but you fall off even harder. You beat yourself up, you think you're broken or lazy or not cut for it. That's not true. You're just focusing on the wrong thing. Now, here's what no one who identifies as discipline will tell you. That on its own, it does not work long term. Now, if we actually look at the definition of discipline, the practice of training people to obey rules or a code of behaviors using punishment to correct disobedience. Now, does that sound inspirational to you? Does that sound like something that you would like to have or like to give other people? Does it fill you with positive energy that's going to move you forward? Absolutely fucking not. And even the most lord of disciplines themselves, like Jocko, all hail Jocko, or Simon, understand that discipline comes from somewhere. And this is the problem, because most people focus on eating shit. And I don't mean actually doing that, unless that's something that you enjoy, which, hey, 2025, you crack on. And I'm not saying that we don't have to do things that we don't like. The problem is focusing on just the stepping stones or the actions or the grit, the daily tasks that we think we need to do without understanding why is a false focus. And that's where majority of people fuck up. They mess up. For one, they don't even set goals. They don't even set targets. They don't have a destination. How the fuck can you sail your ship and do the tasks you need to maintain that ship if you don't know where you're going? You just can be stuck dead in the water or going round in circles. So no wonder you can't be consistent or disciplined. In addition to that, people don't get into detail about their vision. A version of themselves that they are proud to be, that they inspire to be. That is a role model to other people, that impacts other people. They don't even touch the surface on that. And the final nail in the coffin, if I can get my words out, put my teeth back in, is they don't understand their values. So in fact, most people are doing this backwards. And this is what I've found over the last 7 years of working people as a behavior change specialist to get people results. So let's go into now the 3 parts of what I call my future self framework. So we are obviously going to work forwards from our values, because when you set your values and you set your vision that is in line with your values, that is the foundations of success long term. We all know if you build a house on shoddy foundations, that's going to break. Now, when I say values, I don't mean bullshit like respect, integrity, telling the truth. Those are all social constructs, because no one tells the truth 100% of the time. No one has integrity 100% of the time. It's just not true. So what I mean by values is, and this is something that I've learned from studying under Dr. John Demartini, and if you haven't heard of him yet, please look him up. He is an absolute wizard when it comes to people, values, and changing their behavior. So every single one of us has a hierarchy of values, things we prioritize, whether we realize it or not. When we are acting at our highest priority that's in line with our values, you do not need discipline, because you are spontaneously wanting to act on those things. You don't need motivation. You don't need someone else nagging you and telling you. You are on fire. You're electric. You love talking about it. You love doing it. You love reading about it. It is a part of who you are. For me, as you probably noticed, probably my main 3 highest values are coaching, exercise, and my own education. I do not need outside motivation to do those 3 things. I fucking love it. What I don't love, and this is what most people do or try and do, is they set the little stepping stones of things they don't value, that they're not inspired to do, that they're not motivated to do. They'll try, but they'll fall off. Now, for me, this might shock you, is I don't particularly value social media, right? Before I started, I was not a person that loved doing stories, that loved posting. I was like, I'm quite happy doing me without looking about anyone else. Obviously, for me to be able to change people and like help people, I need to be on social media because I'm an online coach. So I know that the tasks that I do, like sending out DMs, like doing these videos, like posting, messaging people, I know in order to fulfill my highest priorities, my highest values, I need to do this. So I can link those tasks and elevate those tasks in order to do them, which is one way of being more consistent and disciplined. Let's use another example. Let's go for a 12-year-old boy, all right, constantly getting nagged by his parents about brushing his teeth. All right, he starts going through puberty, starts getting, interested in girls, thinks, well, at some point, I'd like to have a quick smooch with a girl. Now, to do that, he doesn't want smelly breath. So he realizes the value of cleaning his teeth, because if someone kisses him with smelly breath, probably ain't going to get kissed for a long period of time. Therefore, elevating that task to its highest values. Now, the second part of my future self framework is vision. people seem to have this glass ceiling effect of where they are, and they don't think they can go beyond that, which is a shame, because I know that each individual watching this has so much more potential. And the thing is, deep down, you know it as well. Deep down, you know you've got so much more potential. So focusing on the best version of yourself, the version that you know you should be, that you know you want to be, because that person you're proud of, that person's a role model, that person is inspiring to be. Some of you might not be there yet. Some of you might be there, and that's cool. Well done. But when I say about vision, usually it entails three things. First one is experiences. What experiences do we want to have? Because I'm sure most of you don't want to be doing your 9 till 5 every single day and then living for the weekend. You probably want to go places. You probably want to live in a certain area. You want to probably do things with your family. But you feel stuck. The next thing is growth. Now, I'm not talking about adding a few inches onto your height, because that's impossible. But I'm talking about who is the person that you need to be. What is it that you need to go through in order to be that person? Because here's the thing. I strongly believe that life is a growth-centric experience. It's about getting better. Now, that's not me saying that you shouldn't be grateful for what you've got. I'm not saying that. But you've got so much limitless potential inside you. And the last thing about vision is that person that you want to be in the future impacts other people. Most people set goals that don't impact other people, or they don't understand how it impacts other people. Because when you make it about someone else, you're more inspired, you're more motivated, and you're more disciplined to crack on, more consistent to do the things that you know you need to, because it affects the other people. You're in a circle. It affects your wife, your kids, your husband, your partner. Going on for that, it affects your team that you lead at work, your community, the world. Now, from there, the last step of my future self framework is setting fucking super sexy goals. A lot of you set shit, boring goals that don't energize you. They don't get the juices flowing. They don't inspire you. You know that you can achieve them. So it's almost pointless trying to go after them. You don't see the value in it because it doesn't make you grow. It doesn't give you more experience. It doesn't impact other people. So setting goals that are hard, that are scary, that you might not get towards, that are not impossible, because otherwise there's no point, is a fundamental step in becoming more disciplined. Even though I said discipline is bullshit, I mean doing the things you need to do that are hard every single day, being consistent. So, yes, discipline is bullshit, especially to focus on it as your primary source of attack, because most people aren't disciplined. Even the most disciplined of people, me, someone that you look up to, not me. I'm not saying you look up to me, but someone that you look up to on social media who you think is disciplined. There will be areas in their life that they are not disciplined to do things. So I've got a little gift for you if you did last this long in the video. On the 14th of May, let me get rid of this so I can speak to you. On the 14th of May at 19:30 hours, I will be running my Q2, my quarter two in business speak, free masterclass called Breaking the Cycle, Rewiring the Habits that Keep you stuck. So if you'd like a seat, a free seat, Either click the link below or send me a message and I'll happily send you the link so that you can save the date. I hope this has served you. If you did, let me know what your biggest take was in the comment section. I'll see you next week.